Private island.
Yeah.
I could do it.
It can be done. There's islands to be bought.
You can get one in the Bahamas, I think.
No.
Yeah.
I'm going to the Bahamas Thursday.
No, they have like,
What are you going to do out there?
I'm going on a
You're
cruise
going to
with
be like
Cowhead.
in the island of Dr. Moreau, just going to slowly go crazy?
Yeah.
Become like 400 pounds, have your face painted?
No, I want to own a bar that is the majority of the eating is in the sand. It's covered by a hut. It's next to I want to be next
gross.
to like a passport control. So everyone's got to stop in on my island and go to clear their passports to go from the British to the American Virgin Islands. And then I'm sitting right there, and they come by and they're like, "Yeah, the ribs over there are fucking amazing." He makes 3 things: he makes ribs, he makes French fries, and he makes hot wings, and they're amazing.
They're going to go cute, and he makes friends.
And he makes friends, and he does stand up every night.
Kreischer Island.
I love your
Society 2.0.
imagination.
I
your
live
childlike.
a fantasy. Someone
It's
was talking to me
crazy.
the other day about reading books. I go, no, I daydream. And like, what do you mean? I go, I
totally
literally will
believe
sit there.
that.
Today I was sitting in here. I cleaned that man cave because I knew you guys were coming over, and I sat in here. I was daydreaming about like the silliest stuff, like just
Dude,
like
I would go daydream for daydream with you. What do you got?
Ooh. I can't. It's so silly. I can tell you my daydream yesterday was that I show up to the Stanhope taping, and Johnny Depp comes up to me, and he's like, "Hey, I listen to the podcast. You would tell you're absolutely hilarious. If you ever want to just hang out, like we should hang out and just jam on guitars." And I'd be like, "Oh, cool." And then Doug would go, "Hey, did you talk to Stanhope or to Johnny Depp?" I was like, "I did." And he was like, "Did you talk about the guitars?" I go, "Yeah." Doug's like, "Let's just all bail on this and go back to Depp's house." Like, I literally had a fantasy. I've done that my whole life.
This is all pedestrian so far.
Okay.
See, I would have taken it to the point. Then I went and I played the guitar, and it was so unbelievable. And Joe Perry just happened to be there. All right. Next thing, now I'm jamming with Aerosmith.
Yeah.
I'm singing backups.
That's real,
All
by
right?
the way.
And then when Joey Kramer does some great on drums, somehow I shapeshift, and now I'm playing the drums because that's the cool part. Whenever I listen to a fucking song, whatever the best part of the song is in that moment, I'm doing it.
Really?
Every fucking song.
God.
Male or female.
Like every solo.
I'll listen to Aretha Franklin, just think that I had a cartoon voice like Mel Blanc and I could sing like that for a character on my show. I think shit like that when I'm fucking walking around with my dog.
I think about that with like singing, like R&B and soul singing, like things like Aretha. Like I saw Brian McKnight on my
Stopping
flight.
terrorism single-handedly.
Oh my God!
Do you ever think about rescuing like school buses full of kids? I think that'll be my big. What's going to happen? I'm shooting
Hero fantasy.
And then you're all
Yeah.
like, oh, shucks, after you do it. And Oprah wants an interview, but you turn her down because that's not why you did it. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That was the first 20 minutes of me walking my dog today. Dude, you got to be a dreamer, man. What the fuck else you going to do?
Yeah, I think about that shit all the time. About like, I'll get on a plane and I'll be like, who am I rescuing first?
Yeah.
When this goes down, and I remember thinking,
I have plane rescue fantasies all the time.
oh, all the time.
Especially if I see one of them walk on board, then I really start to fantasize about it.
One
you
of
know?
them.
You know what I
Soccer
mean.
moms.
Yeah,
Soccer
yeah, yeah.
moms.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, I get.
They're the worst.
No, do you start to like fantasize about taking a weapon out of their hand?
Oh,
I've fantasized
all
about that.
the fucking
and then
time.
doing a throat
Yeah, but
slit.
that's not our fault because we grew up on all those action movies.
That's true.
Yeah.
We'll blame them.
Yeah.
It all seemed believable.
Do you think? Because we had a period where like homeless guys were breaking in to the houses around here, and I like did my scenario, like of how to take a gun out of someone's hand, the way to knock it.
Sure.
Like hit their hand, hit the gun, but you got to do it to the open part of their hand, and you take it away and then take it from them and put it right back in their face.
I've caught serial killers and rescued people that were down in a pit in the
hold on.
house.
Yeah.
Took a couple of gunshots and I walked out like it was nothing.
Have
And
you
then
ever
they're going, that was the most amazing bravery we've ever seen. And I still made it to my gig, just bandaged myself up.
Do you ever fantasize
Top that
about
one.
saving your? Okay, so guy breaks into my house. Bunch of young kids break into my house. They don't know I'm there.
Right.
I come in.
Because if they did,
I do
They would have avoided that
I do
house.
a leg sweep like this. One guy's standing back to me. I kick his feet, and he hits the ground. Right.
Yeah.
I then disarm the other two. I get them down. They're apologizing. Just let us go, sir. And my line to them is, "I'm going to have fun with you guys.
I was going to say, you got to have a catchphrase.
Oh, and this is going to take a while. And I'm going to torture them. Leave one in a box like in Game of Thrones.
That's on the movie poster.
Yeah.
This is going to take a while.
It's going to take a while. Oh,
torture fantasies are good.
Torture, especially rescue torture fantasies.
Yeah.
Now, the flip side of that is I
always start to do that, and then I was like, I can't do that because then I become... I'd have to just put a bullet in somebody's fucking head. I couldn't I couldn't listen to the screaming. That's why I get out of the fantasy. Like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I'll just fucking just give him one right.
I don't know. I get aroused.
Right to the center of the ice.
I was walking Leanne. Leanne's like, go check the backyard. Make sure the whatchamacallits are in. The trash cans are in. But it's real hard to get around because everything's closed off. So I got to come around. You got to kind of like do an inspection. So I have a flashlight that's also a stun gun, and I'm going around.
Did you buy that off Bobby Kelly?
I bought it off Amazon in a hail of self-defense weapons.
Semi-automatic fucking flashlight.
They got a hat that's got a lead weight in it, so you take it off and you hit someone with it. I got a bunch of shit. I got a gun that shoots
so you got to walk
spray.
around with that extra weight on your head, compressing your neck. At that point, you got to be hoping, well, shit, I want to use it, right?
Yeah, of course. I fantasize about...
So which way to Ventura? What did you say?
I fantasize about running down the stairs at an intruder
Really?
to have that momentum.
Well, that's Indiana Jones, big ball of rock chasing someone. Momentum.
Like somebody breaks in and I hear it from bed, and I pop up and I run down the stairs and meet them but with the momentum of running down the stairs.
All right. Who do you think's the biggest psycho here? The three of us.
I'm going to go you.
I'm going Tom.
Really?
Tom has a look in his... Right now, he's looking at me with it. He's got a look in his fucking eye. All Tom needs is a couple of fucking left and right turns. The right scenario needs to present itself, and the damage that this man could do.
I think I would choose myself.
Really?
Yeah. Because I do I would like to, really...
Even measured way that he talks.
Yeah.
To really, really violently, justifiably hurt somebody.
Do you remember Hannibal Lecter where they said his heart rate wouldn't go up or down?
Yeah.
He just stayed the same? That's this guy.
Oh, I'm a lot of screaming, talking shit, trying to get you to stop me. I'm a lot of big frill. Like, even when I got in fights in college, I was a guy that talked so much shit, but then the second they said, let's take it outside, I'd be like, someone get me the fuck out of here. I remember really...
I bet you had some people really wanting to hurt you.
You know who used to do that all the time? Joe DeRosa. Nobody... I've never seen him back down to anybody. The amount of... And back in the day when he was a younger man, right? Now he's cool. But back when he was in New York, I never saw a guy talk more shit while backing up in a bar. And what would happen was he would back up and then everybody else would get in the middle. And it was just the amount of fucking guys... I saw that guy talk shit to.
Really?
One time we were on the street, this fucking crazy homeless guy. He's like, Joe's just staying. Fuck you, you fucking. This guy was a monster.
I can hear that.
And I was just like, afterwards, like when I was like kind of pissed at him. We got to the bar. I was like, Joe. And they totally disarmed me by just owning up to it. I go, Joe, what the fuck do you think? He goes, yeah, I know. You're right. I get in my ego. I'm like, Joe, that guy would have beat you to death with me. He would have picked me up by my ankles and used me as a bat. And Joe just goes, yeah, I know, you're right.